Okay, on the line now, Guillaume from Klone. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, hello.
Let's just backtrack a little bit. Let's just talk quickly about the Unplugged album in 2017. When did the idea form for that album?
At first, we decided to record this CD because I remember we was working with a guy in France who proposed to Klone to play with Anneke, the singer, the ex-singer of The Gathering, and he was speaking about to do a show or 2 or 3 shows in France for her, for opening her tour. And I remember we played at Paris, the first show. And it was a special experience because we was really afraid to play without distortion on guitar, and it was a real challenge for us to do this first gig. And finally, when we did the show, I remember that all the people say that it was amazing, etc. And finally, the booking agent proposed to Klone to do a big tour in France. And also we was wondering about the fact that maybe we have to record an Unplugged CD. And the thing is that finally we decided to record this CD Unplugged. And the thing is that we played this album live, and we recorded all the people from the band was playing all together. And we took maybe 2 or 3 days to record all the album. So it was a real good and short experience, because when you record a CD for an album, it takes a lot of time, and for this one it was a really quick experience and a really good one, and it was a really good thing, because for the last album maybe we work on it for 6 months. 6 months, sorry. So it's not the same, and we don't work on the same thing, when you work with only guitar and voices and percussion, it's easier than when you work with 5 or 6 people in the band.
How did the album go for you? Did it sell well?
Yes, it's not easy when you play guitar, to have the good sound, etc. So I remember that the thing is we need to practice a lot of acoustic guitar to have the good way of play the songs. And for example, when you listen the album, the record session of the album, and the gigs we did by the past after the release of this album, for me it should be better for Klone to record the CD after all the show we did, because when you play a lot of time the same song, even if it's in acoustic, you play better and better. So for me, the album is good, but if we talk about nuance, I don't know how do you say it. Nuance, do you understand it? It's a good thing because we learn a lot of things with this album. It helps a lot for Klone to just after doing this Unplugged album. It was easier for us to come back again with electric guitars, and it was easy to play.
What has the band been doing since the Unplugged album? Did you take some time off, or did you go straight to working on the new album?
Not really, because we did a lot of show for the Unplugged album, and it was a really great experience. But finally, we don't have the time to take off. I also have a side project with other band, with Polar Moon and also Cloud Cocoland, and it's a pop project I have with female voices. And so when I don't work on Klone, I work for other band, and also with Klone we also took a lot of time to work with a theater company in France, and we did a lot of gigs with that, and it was also a great experience. And the thing is funny, because when we was working with a theater company, the theater company, the show for this company was speaking about a journey also, so it also was talking about immigration and things like that, and it was talking about people who decide to go to another country, and sometimes it's difficult to to do this process. And the thing is funny because finally the new album called Le Grand Voyage, The Great Journey, even if it's not the same journey, but because for the band Le Grand Voyage is like an interior journey, you know.
So who's writing the songs on the new album, The Grand Voyage? Is it done by the whole band or mainly just a few of you?
I'm the principal, the primary contributor for this album, so I write all the music and the singer work on the lyrics. So I was alone at first when I was composing. You know, I was alone with myself, with my question and with my feelings, and I was with my computer working on it, record ideas about guitar ideas. I also was working about with drum part, and you know, I finished a song, I send it to my friend, and I asked them what they're thinking about the song, and if it's okay for them, it's okay for me, and it's a good way to work. You know, we decide what is good or not. For Klone, you know, I speak a lot with the singer, and I know when both are happy, I know that we can run this way.
Now, the album title is Le Grand Voyage. What is this voyage that it is alluding to? Is it telling us a story?
Yes, it's a story, but you know, it's. I know that the singer don't like to give a lot of explanation about his lyrics, for example, because he likes the way that the people can do their own interpretation. We like that the people go to bed and listen to the music and do their own story in their head. For example, for the singer, Le Grand Voyage means something, but for me it will mean another thing. And the same for the people, and it depends about what you are living in your life, etc. And sometimes the lyrics can do echoes of what you are living. So
you want people to get their own interpretation of it.
Yes. We really don't like to give a lot of explanation about the lyrics, etc. Because everybody can read it. And everybody can feel concerned about what the singer say, and it can be there is different Grand Voyage in this album because you can feel something interior. It can also speak about death because it's a kind of Grand Voyage. You know, at first the title was The Great Journey. And we like the meaning of this title, but finally we decided to change it and to take French word because it's not meaning the same thing for us. You know, it's a little bit more poetic maybe when you read it. And even if we like the meaning of the title, we prefer to write it in French because I think an Australian guy like you can understand it. Even if it's not the same word in English, and it's we are not shy about the fact that we come from France. We think Le Grand Voyage sound more poetic.
How long did it take to get this all done from start to finish? Was it a long process? Obviously a lot longer than 3 days for the previous album.
Not 3 days for this album, you know, because I think I began to work on this album. There is 4 years ago, and maybe I write something like around 20 songs. I like when you listen an album that all the songs have to be good, and there is the songs tell a story. So I like when everything is clear. And sorry, but I need to have all the songs have to make one song. Even if we have 10 tracks on the album, for me it's like if it was one track. All the songs have to be one.
So you've been doing it off and on over the last 4 years, basically.
And after, you know, when you record the song, when you are working with the other guy, everything takes a lot of time, and sometimes you're wondering if you are in the good way or not. So you have to deal with this. When
will the album be released?
The 20th of September.
And what is the plan for Klone after the album release?
Next plan now, we will do rehearsal because we have to prepare a show for. We will have a lot of French gigs in October and November, and now we are do the promotion of the album with a lot of interview in all the country possible, and it's really cool to work with K-Scope because it's a new signature for Klone, and it's a really good thing, and we have to work on the show, and I know that we will tour in the rest of the world maybe at the beginning of the next year. So we are speaking with a lot of guys, and since we are seeing a deal with K-Scope, we have a lot of new people who contact the band and wanted to work with Klone. So we have a new guy who is working to book show for example in England or in the rest of Europe. We also are speaking with a new manager who is here, but the thing is we have a lot of proposition. We have to take a look on it and to think about what is the best. And the thing is that we really want to tour once again a lot, so that will be the principal activity for the band next year.
Hopefully we'll see you back in Australia sometime soon.
Yes, I really hope too that we will come back again because, we did the tour in Australia with Voyager there is 3 years ago. And it was really amazing for us because it's the first time that we go so far away from home. And the return after the show in Australia was really cool, and it was really amazing to play for new audience and to have great returns after the show from all the Australian guys who was really motivated, and it's really cool to be supported by you, and for us it was really a great experience too, and I also remember we take a good time with Voyager, and it was really amazing for us to play in your country, and we will do all the best to come back again. So I know that we have a booking agency in Australia, and we are speaking about a new tour in Australia for next year. And at first we were supposed to play at a prog festival, a big tour with other big band, but I'm not sure you will have this next year. So we try to find a new way to come back again, and also to find the good band to play with. So we are talking about all these details. It's really complicated for us to organize a tour in Australia because it costs a lot of money. We have a lot of to pay, etc. And we want to do it in the best condition possible. So it takes time, but I'm sure we will do it.
Guillaume from Klone, thanks so much for talking to me. Best of luck with the new album, Le Grand Voyage. Best of luck with it. I really like it. And hopefully we'll see you down here again in Australia very soon.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for your support. And I hope we'll see you maybe next year.